Hey folks, how you doing this morning? Today I want to talk about a book I usually read probably every 2 or 3 months, just to remind myself what I should be doing with my finances. And that book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. Some time ago, before I joined the military, I think I was around probably like 19, 20 years old. I was 20 years when I actually joined, but when I was thinking about it, I think I was in like 18, 19. I was trying to survive in the world of construction. Basically, I had jobs here and there. I mean, I was doing pretty good. I was making some nice money because I was taught construction by my father. Woodson Construction is what we used to call it. I think it was Woodson and Sons Construction, something like that. This is so long ago, I can't remember the actual name, but I think it was Woodson and Construction. And my dad had taught us, all the different ways that you could, build a house, from basically the foundation all the way up into the roof. His main thing was bricklaying and pouring cement, so that's what we did the most of. But we were taught construction. But anyway, I learned how to make money, but the thing is, I never knew what to do with the money. So a lot of times I just wasted it. So I ended up going to Fort Wayne, Indiana, where I went to school, and I went to school to be an architect. There was a bunch of things that happened that caused me not to finish. I did probably a year. Not probably, but I did a year in school until I decided things wasn't working out. So I had to go ahead and join the military. One of my friends there, an older guy, he probably was like 20 years my senior. He had been in the military before, and he was working as a merchant marine, making pretty good money. He had told me before I joined the military to make sure I saved money, but his actual term was to pay yourself first. I didn't really know what that meant. I mean, I was 20 years old. Nobody has ever said that to me before. So, in essence, I kind of thought it was enjoy yourself, with your money. Make sure that you enjoy life and not just, pay bills, go to work and come home and pay bills. So, for a long time, that's what I did until I got into network marketing. And network marketing introduced you to all kind of motivational speakers and gurus in sales and motivation and different other things, mainly speakers. Some people like Jim Rohn, Les Brown, a few other people, which I'll probably talk about in some other videos. But this book, Jim Rohn had talked about, was The Richest Man in Babylon. And so I got that book, and I read that book, and it blew me away. I mean, it was just the basics of finance, what you should be doing with your money. Let me read one of the passages in there. First, get thee an army of golden slaves, and then many a rich banquet you may enjoy without regret. And that just basically means you have to learn to save money. Save money. The only way that you can make money is to, well, not just make money, but to earn money is to save money. And then that money in a savings account become what he called in the book golden slaves, who was always working for you. Because money earns money. Money earns money in the bank when it's saved through interest. So when you have enough money in there, it will continue to grow for you without you having to do anything. It becomes what most people call a residual income. So that's what you want to do. And in the book, it also talks about here's another passage in the book, and these are the 3 rules of money. You have taught yourself how to acquire money. And those rules are how to acquire it is how to keep it. Well, mainly, number 1, how to acquire it. Acquiring it is basically loving work, going to work in hopefully, preferably, something that you like to do or love to do so that you can continue to do it and do it every day. So once you learn to acquire money through work, then you have to learn to keep it. Keeping it is saving it. And that just means you need to create a budget. Create a budget that you can live off of. And the common term is to live off less than what you earn. You never want to be, or never want to live off of more. Jim Rome used to have this philosophy where he would save at least 30%, all going to some kind of savings, and 70% went to life and living. So I mean that's a good philosophy to live off of in the very beginning, especially if you're young. Look at everything that you have to spend and budget it. Even going out to restaurants, even if you're going to buy a car, even if you're going to go to the movies, budget all of that within 70% of your income. And then the 30% should be split into threes. 10% to charity, and that's whether that's tithes or if you create a fund that would go to helping your family and during emergencies or anything for the 10% that just goes to helping somebody and someone. The second 10% should go into a savings account that you're not going to touch. And most of the time, this savings account is a retirement fund, something like a thrift savings or IRA or 401k that maybe a company that you work for will put money in on it with you and for you to help you to grow your income. And then the third 10% will be something that you save up to invest in some kind of business with. And that could be, just say you've always thought about opening up a barbershop. You check out what the expenses are for opening up a barbershop and you save that money. Save the money to buy a facility or rent a facility, to buy all your equipment, to reach the chairs, to entice people or something like that. Or the 10% can go into stocks. Just say you want to invest in stocks or mutual funds. Or that 10% can go into, it's more so about a business venture where that you can make money. And Robert Kiyosaki says it best in a lot of his books, Rich Man, Poor Dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rich Man, Poor Dad. But Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where he talks about the 3 ways to make money. Well, actually, there's 4 ways. 4 ways to make money. And we'll talk about that in another podcast as well. And but I want to stick to The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon, once you learn the 3 methods of gold, and that's how to acquire it through work, how to keep it, and then how to use it, you'll be better off and things will work out for you. So those are the 3 ways of acquiring gold. And I'm going to, based on my e-media motivation, I'm going to cover that extensively because The Richest Man in Babylon is a great book to read. And it's even better when somebody is there to help you along the way, to explain things to you, and to help you to progress. So, get that book, whether you buy it or whether you acquire a PDF online. I've done both. I probably bought the book 3 times. One in e-media mode. I bought an audio book, and I have a PDF version of it. So, get that book, read it, and I can guarantee success if you follow it and if you join groups or talk to people who are about becoming something or building wealth. Just say it like that. In building wealth.